Elephant is a large and herbivorous animal from the order of elephants and the family of elephants. Elephants are the only survivors of the order of elephants, and today they live in areas of South Africa, South Asia, and Southeast Asia. Today, elephants include only 2 genera and 3 species, but in the past they had more diversity and included mammoths and elephants. At the end of the Pleistocene and the beginning of the Holocene, the diversity of these animals declined and their species became completely extinct in Europe, North Asia, and North America. Apart from the large size of elephants, 2 other things that distinguish them from other mammals are their trunks and tusks. Elephants can consume 60 gallons of water and 250 kilograms of hay per day. Species. The evolutionary line of the 2 species of African elephant and Asian elephant separated about 6.7 million years ago. Now there are 3 species named African bush elephant, African forest elephant, and Asian elephant. Elephants have 4 knees, 2 of which bend backward and 2 bend forward. Elephants weigh up to 7 tons and they live about 70 years like humans. African elephant. This species lives in the African continent and most of the Republic of Congo, Democratic Republic of Congo, and Kenya. African elephants are more than 4 meters high. Asian elephant. Asian elephants are scattered in South and Southeast Asia and in the countries of India, Myanmar, Sri Lanka, Sumatra, and the Malay Peninsula. The difference between species. The Asian elephant has a swollen forehead, lighter tusks, and smaller ears. Also, the height and tusks of Asian elephants are smaller than African elephants. Another difference between these 2 types of elephants is that while African elephants have 4 or 5 tusks in the front and 3 in the back, Asian elephants have 4 and 5 tusks respectively. Is a number. Elephants are the largest land animals. The African bush elephant is the largest species and the forest African elephant is the smallest species of elephant. Males are usually larger than females. Bones. Elephants have 326 to 351 bones in their body. African elephants have 31 pairs of ribs and Asian elephants have 19 or 20 pairs of ribs. The trunk of elephants is the result of connecting the nose and upper lip. This organ has no bones and has a small amount of fat and about 15,000 muscle bundles. There is 1 or 2 fingers on the tip. The trunk of this mammal grows approximately 1.8 meters and weighs about 140 kilograms. These animals use their long proboscis as hands and use it to put food and water in their mouths. Elephants can lift and move loads up to 350 kilograms using their trunks. Other uses of elephants' trunks include sense of smell and sound production. Elephants use their trunks to breathe and drink water. In this way, he first pulls the water up and then sends it down his throat. An elephant's trunk also acts as a hand. This hand is so strong that it can break leafy branches with them and so precise that it can pick up a fruit as small as a raspberry. Elephants curl their trunks to express their desire to reproduce. Mother elephants spend a lot of time touching and caressing their children with their trunks. This elephant caress is very important for the baby elephant, because a child who is not cuddled will not grow as much as a child who has a lot of contact with his mother. Tooth. Elephants usually have 26 teeth, including the 2 front teeth that have turned into tusks, and 12 large molars and 12 small molars. Elephants have the buds of 6 sets of teeth in their jaws, which grow one after the other, and when the previous molar rots, a new tooth grows from under it and replaces the previous one. Ivory. The tusk is actually the second upper front teeth of the elephant. When these teeth start growing like human teeth, they have a layer of enamel. But when they get older, the enamel no longer covers the teeth. A large part of the dentin is made up of dental pulp and nerve fibers. Elephants use tusks to defend and eat food, as well as to dig the ground to access water or tree roots and to move heavy objects such as tree trunks. Tusks grow throughout the life of an elephant, so an elephant with very large tusks is usually an old animal. Male elephants use their tusks to fight or capture females. The tusks of female elephants are smaller than the tusks of male elephants. Male Asian elephants sometimes have long tusks, but females have very small or no tusks. Also, some Asian male elephants, especially Sri Lankan elephants, may lack tusks, and their largest recorded tusk was 302 centimeters long and weighed 39 kilograms. Due to the hunting of elephants with large tusks by humans, having small tusks has become a positive evolutionary feature, and during natural selection elephants without tusks or short tusks are more successful and their population is increasing. Skin. Elephants have very strong and resistant skin. In parts of the animal's back and head, the thickness of the skin reaches 2.5 centimeters. In other places, such as around the mouth and anus, the skin is thinner. The skin color of elephants is generally gray and brown in certain areas of the skin. Elephants' wrinkled skin is sensitive to the sun's ultraviolet rays. One of the benefits of bathing elephants in mud is to create a protective layer for the elephants against sunlight. African elephants sprinkle dirt on their heads and backs. Sprinkling soil also keeps flies and insects away. Elephants prevent the sun from shining on their babies by standing next to them while they sleep and casting a shadow over them. The organs. The brain of an elephant is a highly developed organ and its size is approximately 4.5 to 5.5 kilograms, which is 3 to 4 times the size of the human brain. Elephants have the largest larynx and diaphragm among land animals and can produce loud sounds through them. Body temperature. The body temperature in elephants is around 36 degrees Celsius, and like other mammals, the body temperature rises or falls slightly in different and unstable conditions. Threats. Elephants have poor eyesight, but their hearing and smelling abilities are very good. If one of the elephants feels threatened, the whole herd will call out. Lions and some other carnivores sometimes attack young and weak elephants, but the main threats to elephant generations are humans and human activities. Humans destroy elephants both for their ivory and meat, and for taking over their national habitat. At the beginning of the 20th century, the number of elephants in Africa was estimated at 12 million heads. Now this figure has decreased to 450,000 to 700,000 heads. In 2016, their population was estimated at 350,000. Southern African elephants have a stable population, but elsewhere, population declines are rapid. Tanzania lost 60% and Mozambique 48% of their elephants in the 5 years from 2011 to 2016. In total, during the last 100 years, the population of elephants has decreased by about 97%. According to a March 2015 report by the International Union for Conservation of Nature, poaching of African elephants in 2014 was unchanged from the year before, and elephants are being killed at a faster rate than their natural reproduction rate. Also, more than 100,000 elephants have been killed in 4 years, and with the continuation of this trend, the generation of this animal will become extinct in the next decade or two. About 30,000 elephants are hunted every year, and rebel military groups such as Al-Shabaab in Somalia and God's Resistance Army in Uganda use helicopters, Kalashnikov and RPG guns, and night vision cameras to hunt elephants in herds of several hundred. According to the National Geographic Society, the price of a pair of straight tusks is several thousand US, but curved tusks sell for hundreds of thousands of dollars, and their most important market is in China. The rapid economic growth of Asian countries, especially China, has greatly harmed elephants and increased the price of ivory. However, the price of ivory decreased during the 18 months to January 2016, from $2,100 per kilogram to $1,100 per kilogram. In the countries of origin, ivory is sold to middlemen at a price of $100 per kilogram, but when it reaches China or Thailand, it fetches up to $2,100 per kilogram. Elephant ivory is mostly transported through Kenya and Tanzania to intermediary countries such as Malaysia, Vietnam and the Philippines, from where it is taken to China and Thailand. Relationship with humans. The use of elephants by humans as work animals or beasts of burden has a long history. In 2000, about 14,000 to 16,000 elephants were used as working animals in the Asian continent, and currently, elephants are still used for work in some parts of the world. These elephants are generally taken from the wild at the age of 10 and trained and domesticated. Also, until the 19th century, elephants were used as war elephants in war, and in some places, the method of execution with elephants was used to execute people. Currently, in northern Thailand, elephants are used to digest coffee beans and produce black ivory coffee. Today, Elephants are used to treat some human diseases. Doctors in Thailand have used elephants to help autistic children and blind children to interact with children who avoid social interactions. Elephant ivory and meat are used in traditional medicine in some regions. Other uses of elephants by humans include their use and display in circuses and zoos. One of the most famous circus elephants is Jumbo,